Hello, my dear senpais and kohais, and welcome back to DRAMAtical Murder once again. After work finishes for the day, I leave the store with delivers to Mizuki. The order came from Mizuki's shop, so I thought about meeting him on the way home. When you go a bit north from Haven, there's Mizuki's shop, Black Needle. It was originally a studio tattoo parlor, but since then the waiting room was turned into a bar and the parlor became a hangout spot. Even outside of the RIP team members and their tag arts, tattoos have become popular, especially in casual fashion, so Mizuki's shop was doing pretty well. Of course, since Mizuki is a tattooist, he's asked if he could tattoo me. I'm not interested, so I won't do it. I walk into the darkening town and arrive near Black Needle. This area is dry juice territory. I noticed one of the members walking around. When I was with Mizuki, I became acquainted with the members too, so they won't bother me when I walk through their territory.
ああ、青葉さん。
おお、久しぶり。
水木さんに用っすか？
うちに注文入ってたからさ、届けに来た。
水木さん、今たまり場ですよ。
そっか。じゃあそっち行ってみるわ。
The hangout isn't far from here. I decide to head over there. The Dry Juice hangout is an area that branches into several alleys. Because of the large number of people, their hangout area is spread pretty far. While members hang out in each alley, Mizuki would always be standing in one place. Yeah. In front of the stairs where the huge tag art is drawn, Mizuki stands talking with other members. When he notices me, Mizuki beckons me to come closer with his hand.
毎度あり、平凡宅急便です。
So good.
ああ、頼んどいたやつか。サンキュー。
I pass him the bag and send a receipt with my coil. I receive a confirmation reply from Mizuki, and with that the delivery is done.
わざわざありがとな。お前んところ店ってマイナーなパーツも扱ってるから頼りになるよ。
店長に伝えとく。
この後はもう帰るのか？
なあ。
お疲れ。今から店戻るからさ、なんか飲んでけよ。
じゃあお言葉に甘えて。
Mizuki begins to walk away from the wall. I follow after him. The surrounding members greet Mizuki as he passes them. Among them are guys who bow as low as 90 degrees, and Mizuki gives them a weary smile. Black Needle is a dark building with small sign placed where it won't attract attention. When the door is opened and we head inside, I'm greeted by music playing at a nice tempo. The bar that serves as a waiting room was larger than one would imagine, just from seeing the size of the shop. In the dim lighting, several people sit sunken into a sofa, reading a magazine or talking in whispers. Reception on the left side, bar counter on the right, and the door leads to the bag room where tattoos were done. Mizuki talks with a young part-timer at the reception desk. In the meantime, I look around at the state of the shop.
なんか今日客少ない？
When I casually ask this to Mizuki after he finishes talking with the part-timer, his expression turns bitter.
そうだな。
どうした？
いや、ほら、昨日話しただろ。神隠し。
ああ。
あれのせいもあると思うんだよな。客減ってんの。
え？みんな怖がって出歩かなくなってるとか？
まだそこまでの影響は出てないだろうが、全体的に落ちてるっつか、空気がそんな感じ。
なるほどね。
あの後また情報が入ってな。本当か嘘かは全然わかんねえんだけど。
With a serious expression, Mizuki urges me to lend an ear. I bring my face closer to him.
チーム拉致ってんの、やっぱりモルヒネだって話だ。
そんなわけねえだろ。だってモルヒネは。
モルヒネを見たってやつも出てきたらしいんだよ。
どうせ注目浴びたいバカの出任せだろ。そんなの信じるのか？
だから本当か嘘かわかんねえって言っただろ。人から聞いただけだしな。とにかく今リブのチームはみんな襲撃を受ける恐れがあるってんで殺気立ってる。まあでも。
Mizuki then raises the edges of his mouth defiantly.
モルヒネだろうとなんだろうと、うちには関係ねえけどな。敵じゃねえし。
だな。
While I return the smile, I remember a faint anxiety. I feel like Mizuki is being putting a little too much effort into Rip recently. I hope he doesn't collapse or anything.
そうだ、なんか飲むか？あっち行こうぜ。
When I walk towards the bar with Mizuki, a tattoo design displayed by the reception desk catches my eyes. What's that? I cannot make it. What it is? When I walk towards the bar with Mizuki, a tattoo design displayed by the reception desk catches my eyes. It's carefully put in frame.
これ前からあった？
ああ、それ。いや、俺が尊敬する堀氏からもらったんだ。かっこいいだろ。
Yeah, that's nice.
神の腕前っつって有名な人なんだけど、店持ったりとかしてなくてさ、知り合いづてじゃないと掘ってもらえないんだよな。
一元さんお断りってことか？
そうそう。ちょっと前に偶然この店に来て、その時にもらったんだよ。なんかやっぱ普通じゃないオーラを感じる人だったな。
Mizuki seems to be extremely happy. He really likes that picture.
そんなにすごいなら俺も一回見てみてえな。
お前掘らねえんだろ？
うん。
じゃダメだ。どうしてもというなら100万円になります。
高っ！ぼったくりだろ。
As we joke and laugh, the ringtone of my coil sounds. Oh, it's the opening song. That's nice.
ん？
It was a call from Delivery Works.
もしもし。 はい。
私よ、私。よしえよ。
どうしたんですか？
もうね、大変なのよ。落ち着いてきてちょうだいよね。
It's that glitch in the game or it's just my computer. I'm not sure. I hope it's the game.
はい。
タエさんが。
ばあちゃんが？
No, it's the game. Granny had fallen down. Oh, damn. After I hung up the phone, a call from Yoshie-san, I explained the situation to Mizuki and hurried out to delivery works. She fell down on her way to a patient's house where she was going to deliver some medicine that she had prescribed. She has then taken to the delivery works, which happened to be nearby. Anyway, I ran at full speed. My heart felt like it was about to explode and I had no breath left. My whole body is tense, my fingers and toes tingling. Granny collapsed from overwork before. It was because of me. It was because I made her worry all the time. I honestly regret that happened back then. When I think of actually losing Granny, I get so scared it makes me tremble. I don't want to think about it ever again. Never again. I have to get to Granny quickly. Granny.
まったく大げさなんだよお前たちは。
I'm glad she sounds healthy. That's the first thing I hear. When I rush into delivery works, I see Granny leaning back in a chair. After seeing that, I almost collapsed on the spot. Granny had certainly fallen down. It turns out she can't move at all. In other words, she dislocated her hip. Oh, that's bad. Apparently Yoshie-san, who made the call, had seen Granny in pain and was frightened to death. As soon as I entered the shop, she apologizes earnestly with an "I'm so sorry." Honestly, I'm a bit disappointed, but I'm also glad it's nothing serious. What a relief. That said, Granny can't walk, so I have to carry her home. That's cute.
まったく大げさなんだよお前たちは。
She's amazing. I love her. Granny complains about the same things as earlier while on my back. I walk home slowly to avoid moving her too much.
しょうがねえだろ。みんな心配なんだよばあちゃんのことが。俺だって。
私はまだまだ元気だよ。
それはよくわかってるけどさ。
Oh. Behind us, Ren follows, tapping along with his small legs.
ちょっと動けなくなったくらいですぐ死んじまうみたいな扱いしやがって。
いてて、蹴るなって。とにかく明日病院行こうな。
Since Granny is quite rowdy for her age, I'm afraid I might drop her. Yep. And she was light. I never really thought too much about it, but was she always this small? This is the first time I ever carried her on my back.
昔は俺がよくおぶってもらってたんだよな。
ん？
いや、昔のこと、なんか思い出してさ。
お前はしょっちゅう一人でどっか行っちまってたからね。
一人で？
そうさ。ちょっと目を離すとあっと。
そうなんだ。全然覚えてない。
寂しかったんだろうよ。
寂しかった？なんで？
お前が一人で出て行くようになったのは両親がいなくなってからだからね。
ああ。
I see. My memory of my parents is hazy. But I do remember the times when Granny carried me on her back. It was warm and smelled like her. I would always calm down.
まあ、お前もまだ小さかったからね。無理もないだろうよ。それが今じゃバカみたいに大きくなっちまって。
そりゃな。この年で子供の時と変わらなかったらさすがにな。
誰もそんなこと言ってるんじゃないよ。
ばあちゃん、昔みたいに俺のこと覚えれる？元気なうちにチャレンジしとく？
バカ言うな。私を殺す気かい。
冗談だって。ばあちゃん。
なんだい？
軽いな。
うるさいっつんだ。
That's so cute.
いて。
I'm slapped hard on the side of my head. But for some reason I begin to feel happy and smile to myself. I'm so relieved that Granny is safe. When I think that someday this noisiness will be gone, I feel lonely. I walk silently down the darkening road, feeling Granny's warmth on my back. The next morning I carried Granny on my back again and took her to the neighboring hospital. I thought I'd make day off for my part-time job just in case and called Hagasan. Even though it was called a hospital, this is the old resident district, so it means the facilities were old and small. There were few doctors and it was always crowded. It was wearing down here and there, and it couldn't be complement on how center it was either. But all the people in the hospital were kind. They knew Granny from earlier, and when I called, they said we could come immediately. Granny hated going to hospital and always said she could take care of herself, but today she obediently underwent the medical examination. Perhaps she had been enduring the pain out of pride. They said her hip wasn't that bad and it could be treated at home, so I carried Granny home after the examination. When I laid Granny on a futon and sighed, she said she'd only be sleeping, so I should go to my job already. I was still worried, but once Granny begins speaking, she won't listen to anything. When I talked with Hagasan on the phone, and he said it was okay if I could come as soon as I could. For now, I decided to go to the shop. Oh, Kojaku. I feel uneasy as I go into the shop, and eventually I receive a message. It's from Kojak.
Mizuki?
Something must be strange if Kojaku even sent me a message about it. Maybe he really is overdoing it. I leave the counter, walk towards the toilet and call Mizuki.
Moshi, Mizuki?
Good, he answered the phone. I feel a little relieved.
ああ、いや、特に用ってわけじゃないんだけど、なんか話がしたくなってさ。
なんだよ、昨日もあったってのに変なやつだな。
うん、いや、元気かなって思って。
もちろん。なんでだ。
昨日会った時、ちょっと元気ねえなって思ったから、ちょっとだけだけど。
Oh my god, sorry guys, it's kind of glitching.
心配して電話してきてくれたのか。ありがとな。でも大丈夫だ。
本当に？
ああ。
そっか。じゃあまた今度ゆっくり話そうぜ。
だな。そんじゃまた。
After the call, I signed and head back to the counter. There was no life in Mizuki's voice after all. He said he was okay, so I didn't listen too deeply, but on top of Granny falling down yesterday, my worries just keep growing. I hope they're just imaginary fears. I spent the rest of the afternoon worrying about Mizuki and Granny. Unable to concentrate on work. When I come back home after my part-time job, I restlessly tried to open the lock on the front door. I wonder if Granny behaved herself. However, I stopped my hand halfway. Something strange.
あれ？
When I insert the key, something feels different. Don't tell me.
開いた。
Oh god. The door isn't locked. Did I go out without locking it again?
やばすぎるだろ。中にばあちゃんいるのに。何かあったらどうすんだよ。
The bonds between the people in the community are strong, but security isn't tight, and it wasn't uncommon to hear of thieves. I feel sick of my own forgetfulness, and I entered the house, listening carefully. There doesn't seem to be any sign of people. I take off my shoes and enter the corridor before heading straight to Granny's room. I open the door quietly and peep inside to find Granny sleeping buried in her futon. Looks like nothing happened. I have a sign of relief and return to the corridor. I stopped going upstairs. Something felt strange. It's quiet in the house because Granny was sleeping, and there's nothing particularly strange. Is it my imagination? I twist my neck as I walk up the stairs and open the door to my room. Inside, I realized that it wasn't just my imagination. What?
じゃこりゃ
Not that it isn't anything to brag about, but my room was never particularly clean. There were books and magazines piled up on the floor, and there were also many things I just left there because cleaning them up would be a pain. But I don't remember it being this dirty. The room is a complete mess, almost like a storm blew its way through it. There are no places left to stand, everything has been pulled out, and even the table was turned over. And in the middle of it all, it sits something that I wouldn't ever wanted to see. A person is sitting in front of a computer monitor, just boldly sitting there. I can only think of one thing this person might be. It's just like what I was thinking of earlier.
泥棒人の部屋で何やってんだよ
The person in front of the computer looks up slowly as if he only just realizes my presence. He's a completely unfamiliar face, and I've never seen him before in my life. He seems to be about the same age as me.
おかえり。
Too much, too much,